Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maegan Ismail, and I'm a recipient of the Brooklyn Tech CCNY Scholarship. I'd like to start off by sharing a little bit about myself. I was born in Trinidad and Tobago, and I lived there until the age of 9. Then my family and I decided to move to the United States. By the time I had left Trinidad, there were more murders than there were days in the year. Once I arrived in the United States, I was immediately thrown into the public school system. No one could understand my accent. But after the initial culture shock wore off, I became valedictorian of my elementary school. I then went on to do very well academically in middle school, but in the 7th grade, my health began to fail me. Up until this day, the doctors are still trying to figure out exactly what's wrong with me. But despite the problems with my health, I was determined to get into Brooklyn Technical High School. So I took the test, and I got in. Freshman year, I knew that I would have a lot of catching up to do, and I needed to put certain systems in place for my health. Afterwards, Tech were 4 of the most amazing years of my life. I knew that I wanted to make a difference outside of the classroom, so I joined the only club that met on Fridays. It was the Civil Air Patrol. The Civil Air Patrol's first meeting, I was the only female there. I knew that that was something that needed to change. So in the years to come, I recruited more female cadets than the squadron had seen in years. I went on to become the cadet deputy commander in junior year, and eventually the cadet commander by senior year. I will command the squadron for the 2nd year in a row this year. The Civil Air Patrol has allowed me to specialize in emergency services. That means that I have several qualifications as a ground team member, as well as in first aid and CPR. Now, aside from volunteering with Civil Air Patrol, I'm also a missionary. During my last trip to Tijuana, Mexico, we constructed houses for underprivileged families there. I will return to Tijuana, Mexico to a Mexican orphanage this December. Outside of volunteering abroad, I also support cancer initiatives, really. I formed a team to support breast cancer awareness and raise funds for research after watching my aunt go through months of chemotherapy. Now I'd like to tell you a little bit about what the college application process was like for me. I applied to 13 different schools. I even got into a few of my top choices. I quickly realized that I would need to filter my choices based on the price tags. I felt like everything was falling apart around me, and I knew this was never something that I expected to do. In the end, I was able to choose CCNY because I received the Brooklyn Tech CCNY Scholarship. Neither of my parents went to college, so I'm the first in my family to go to college. I have 4 younger siblings, so I'm always, helping with homework, cleaning up messes, and in my baby brother's case, changing diapers. I would like to be able to show my younger siblings that they can accomplish anything, despite their circumstances. My goal now is to earn a degree here at CCNY in biology, and when I graduate, I'd like to go on to medical school. I'd like to work in impoverished nations around the world. When I graduate, I would also like to give back to other students just like me. Again, thank you all so much for giving me the opportunity to earn a degree here at CCNY and work towards my dreams.